Good morning. So today we're gonna go over a quick training on how you can set up a landing page that collects or invites user to book an appointment. Now, there are a couple requirements for this, or a couple of features that we're gonna be using. First is funnels under sites. We're also gonna be using automations afterwards and opportunities along with an SMS and email line. So first step is to create the landing page. So let's go ahead and create a new funnel. Now, on this one, I'm not going to use the templates as mentioned on a training video um, that goes over the basics of Go High Level. Um, Go High Level has a whole bunch of templates that you can use for, but for this one, I want to specifically design a funnel myself. So let's go ahead and call this talk to a ninja. Once you have your funnel name, go ahead and click on create. All right. So now you have your main funnel or main folder for the funnel. Now it has a couple of things or sections here that you should know. Steps are going to be the landing pages. For example, step one is going to be the opt-in page. Step two is going to be your confirmation page. Stats is where you can actually review the statistics of the website from page views to opt-ins. If you're currently doing sales, you can also see the sales in here. Same thing here. It will record the customer information or the purchases made. And the settings section, you can actually include or use a domain that you have. For example, I will be using on this specific example only, we're going to use the holiday at agmagency.com. Heading tracking code, you can install your main pixel code in here. You can also install your Google Analytics code. Payments, if you want to receive payments, if this is enabled, it will automatically optimize all the images or assets you added on your funnel. And once you're all good, just go ahead and hit save. We're going to add the head tracking codes at the very end. So let's go ahead and start with our first step, which is the opt-in page. Opt-in. If you notice this section, if you have a ClickFunnels page before, you can actually just import the whole ClickFunnels page in here. If you don't have one, just create a funnel step. And you can also, if you, let's say, for example, you have previous landing pages that you have used. For example, I have quite a few of them. I can select any of those funnels and select a specific page connected to that. But on this one, we're gonna start from scratch. So we're gonna create from blank. And the same with ClickFunnels, you have a lot of options and it's mostly drag and drop. You also have the capability of putting a custom coded feature on it, but everyone wants to use the drag and drop option. So let's start with, these are the sections. You have the full width, meaning it's the full website. If you have wanted to use the wide, it's portion of the website. So this specific design, we're only going to be using the wide option. So we're going to be adding a headline in place. You can also customize the sizing of the headline from here, font size. You can also change the font size for mobile in here as well. Or you can just type it in. You can also do that. Let's say I'm good with that image. This section, I'm going to add text actually. This section, I'm going to add an image itself. So let's go ahead and upload an image. Let's see. Here. Let's use Manuel's picture since this is a example for a calendar for AGM. Then we're going to add a short description. So subheadline. You can add a text there. You can also bold specific text in here for marketing strategy, get attention. and book a call. You can also adjust the image size if you want to. Let's say, for example, 250 or 450 or 350. Let's go with 450. Now that you have that, you can also customize this one to be 30. Now, let's say you're good with that. We're going to add now a call to action button. You can position the button on the left as well. And you can change the text of the button here, text options, book a call. Now, you can also set the button to scroll here. For example, scroll to element, but we're going to add that action afterwards. For now, let's just put it in red. You can also use themes if you want to. You can do full width or fluid. You can add button effects. For example, it will glow or it will have the racking effect. I don't want to use that. Also, one more thing here is, let's see, background style, vertical, horizontal, border. You can add a bold border in here. You can also actually adjust the radius to make it the button a little bit more circular. If you don't want to add a different color border, you can just make it red. So you now have your first part. Now let me go ahead and save and publish. Actually save first because there is one area we actually forgot. Since this is a booking an appointment landing page, we also need a calendar in place. Now, let's say, for example, I already have a calendar in place. Let me go ahead and go back to the landing page. But if you don't have a calendar in place, please refer to the training video attached on the description to view how to create a calendar. But on this specific example, let's assume that we already made the calendar. So next part here, add a new row, full column, add an element. We're gonna type in calendar and it'll automatically prompt you to select a calendar that you wanted to use. On this one, let's say I'm gonna be using the AGM Discover call. Now it will automatically pull up the calendar itself. So you have your header section, calendar, then you can add specific extra information below that, or extra description, images, testimonials, those kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and add those. See here, we're gonna add actually not a calendar, but let's say we're gonna add a 3 column. We wanted to add price budget. So we're gonna add an image here, another image here, and another image here. Then we can go ahead and upload those images that we wanted to use. Actually, this 4, because I'm gonna be using the next one afterwards. So image 1, image 2, image 3. You can also customize the padding on each of the sections if you want to. This is the margin and padding. Padding is the one at the center. Margin is the one outside. And lastly, we want to add 1 column and another image section. And we're going to use the class budgets. So you now have the landing page for the calendar. So all you have to do is save. Now you may want to add proper SEO. For example, attention, grabbing media, book an appointment. Then let's just copy paste the description we have. Marketing, digital marketing, Amazon marketing. You can add SEO as well. For example, Manuel Suarez, the author. You can add a social media image as well in here. So let's go ahead and add Manuel. You can add custom meta tags, canonical URLs, those kind of stuff. But for this, That's just the bare minimum. Now, before you can publish, if you haven't integrated a domain yet, it will ask you. But since, remember earlier in the first step, we did edit that on the settings, so we now have the desktop version. Next part is you're gonna have to review the mobile version. Since 80% of the traffic is coming from mobile, you would want to optimize the mobile version. So let's go ahead and adjust the text from 75, let's do 35. Or another option is you can duplicate the specific section, edit the first part, advanced, responsive. This is responsive section, hide from mobile, visible from desktop. Then just do the second section, hide from desktop, visible from mobile. You might be thinking, why did I do that? I want the picture to be shown first, then this, then the description, put in center, button also put in center. And if you notice it almost within the text, you may want to add a margin, which is, let's do 20. That's too much, let's do 10. Now you have that. And now that we have this section, you may want to also add an action to that button. Instead of pop-up, scroll to an element. It's going to ask you to which element. And we're going to connect the calendar. So whenever someone clicks on that button, it's just going to scroll to the calendar. Same with the desktop version. Calendar. And while you're doing changes, just go ahead and click save from time to time. It helps ensure that your content is safe. Now we're also going to adjust the sizing here to match on to be easily seen on mobile or good for the eyes on mobile. So you're good. Just go ahead and hit save and publish. Awesome. So you now have your landing page. And let's say, for example, your calendar just instead of sending them to a thank you page, just gives them a screen that says thank you for booking the call. You can do so. Or if you want, you can also create a confirmation landing page. Create. Now, earlier I did show you how to create a funnel from scratch. This time, we're gonna use an existing form. So let's do a core sales funnel. That does not have one. Let's see which funnel has a book an appointment. That does not have a book an appointment. Here, let's say that's our thank you page. Once you use an existing, what it will do, it will copy your previous landing page, all content within it, and you can just go ahead and edit the landing page. So let's say, for example, we're going to edit the landing page. And let's say you don't want to have the same background and you will slightly edit the text. So this is how you can do it. For the background, remember on the first page we have, it has just a plain white background. So normally background is going to be attached to a section, which is this green feature. If not, under the options here, you can just remove the background. And instead of an image, we're just going to use white. Also, the headline text, we're also going to change the color here. We can also adjust the text if we want to. And let's say you're good with that, just go ahead and save and publish. Now that you have both the opt-in and confirmation page, your next step is to create an automation. Now, under automations, if you have watched the previous trainings, this is going to be the same as Zapier. So first step is create a workflow. I do have a series of trainings as well regarding workflows and automations. So you may want to review those as well for other options that you can use. But on this part, we're just going to create from scratch. And let me confirm which calendar we did use. I think it's the AGM Discover call. So we're gonna name it AGM Discovery Discovery Call Calendar Automation. And your trigger is gonna be a book an appointment. Customer book an appointment. You can add a filter to specify which calendar it is. This is going to be applicable if you have multiple calendars that you're going to be using. Your action would be to add them onto an automation. So in here, you can call it opportunity. To select a pipeline that you want like to use, AGM leads, lead generator is the first step, and save. You can also add an extra action to add a tag. You can type any tag you want and click on add a tag, or if you have, let's say, a tag in place, you can just select that one. Others, you can also send out an SMS notification to the lead that you registered. So thank you for booking your call. You can add personalizations, for example, hi, first name, custom values, contact, first name. Now, if you notice, there is what we call a contact and a user. A user would be you or the person assigned to the contact. So whenever you are adding a personalization, make sure you always use contact. You can also add their appointment details. Your appointment details are as follow. Time, again, add the custom values. Appointment, start, date, and time. Meeting link, you can also go to appointments. Again, contacts, custom fields, appointment, meeting location. You can add attachments into it. If you want to attach a video, you can add a video link, or if you want to attach a PDF file, you can attach it in here. But as if you're good, just go ahead and save the action. Same with email. You can manually input the email details here. This is builder, basic builder for the email. But if you have created the templates before, you can easily access the templates from here. It will automatically transfer the from email subject line and template name. And once, if you don't have the subject line, you can easily just add a subject line as well. So once you're good, just click save. And that's your very basic automation that connects to the calendar that you have. So once good, always make sure to publish and always make sure to save. Okay. So since this is a tutorial, I'm not gonna go ahead and publish this. Now, let's say, for example, you don't have any opportunities. Um, please review the training video attached on the description as well to access the training on how to create the opportunities. But technically, this is how you can easily make a booking or appointment landing page to generate leads and to send out email communications to those leads. Now, let's say, for example, you would like to be notified every time a lead comes in. You can update the same automation and add a last action here, search for internal notification. Now, you can be notified in 3 ways: email, the notification is what we call an in-app notification, or if you want to do SMS. Now, to user type, meaning who is or who should receive the communication or the notification. So if you want, you can select all users, meaning everyone that is connected to that sub account. Or if you just want to notify a specific person, you can just attach their number into it. And you can type in the same message of what information you would like to be provided to that internal notification. You can attach the contact, meaning contact is the lead information in here. So you can have a total internal notification to that people know that a new lead has booked an appointment. Also, since this is an appointment or a calendar appointment, you can also add wait times. So you can have multiple notifications. For example, your wait time is going to be event specific, meaning it's gonna wait. It's gonna be basing the wait time based on the upcoming appointment. So let's say, for example, event or appointment time. Let's say 0 months, 1 day before the appointment. That's gonna be the wait time. Let's say you can also rename it 1 day before and send an email. Let's say pick in a template. Now, let's say if you want to have another notification that sends out 15 minutes before. So before, you skip the other filters and just add 15. Save, and then other SMS communication, for example. Now, the way it works is lead generated triggers the automation, creates an opportunity, adds them to the pipeline, adds a tag to the user, sends an SMS and email confirmation to the user along with the event details. Then we're going to add here an internal communication, SMS, all users, for example, that notifies the team, the internal team, about a new booked appointment. Then the automation will wait, and then we'll proceed to sending an email 1 day before the event time. So let's say, for example, the appointment is on March 15. On March 14, it's going to send an email at exactly 1 day. So, for example, appointment is March 15, 10 in the morning. March 14, automation will send an email letting letting the lead know that their appointment with you is within 1 day or within the next 24 hours. Lastly, another wait time. This is now system will now wait and ensure that 15 minutes before the scheduled appointment, the automation will send an SMS reminder. So that's how you can create a fully automated calendar landing page inside GoHighLevel to collect leads while having them book an appointment and sending out email confirmation and reminders along with internal notifications to the team. So it's that way the lead will be able to make sure it in time on your appointment, and you will also remember that you have an upcoming call. So that would be all for this training. That's a quick overview on how to create a landing page with email automations and calendars embedded into it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put it on the comments. Thank you.